Hello. Today I thought I would bring you a bit more from the book How to Pray by Pete Greig, and we're going to look at 3 steps to improving our prayer life and helping our prayer life. And the first step is keep it simple. In Matthew, Jesus said, when you pray, don't be like the hypocrites who love to pray publicly on street corners and in the synagogues where everyone can see them. I tell you the truth, that is all the reward they will ever get. But when you pray, go away by yourself, shut the door behind you, and pray to your Father in private. Then your Father, who sees everything, will reward you. Now, Jesus went on to teach the disciples the Lord's Prayer. Now, what a simple prayer. It's very simple. It's very short. It's about 30 seconds if you read it. And it's easily to memorise. All of us have probably memorised it. So even Jesus made it simple for us. Where you pray is up to you. When you pray is up to you. If we look at Jesus, he prayed up mountains. He prayed in boats. Prayed in the garden. And his prayers were simple. We have evidence of how simple they were. But he prayed in the morning, prayed in the afternoon, he prayed in the evening. So it's up to you when you do it, but keep it simple. Second step, keep it real. In Matthew 6 he goes on, when you pray, don't babble on and on like the Gentiles do. They think their prayers are answered merely by repeating their words again and again. Don't be like them, for your Father knows exactly what you need even before you ask him. Remember the story of the Pharisee and the tax collector when they were in the synagogue. Which one was justified? It was the tax collector, because he was real, because he was honest, because he gave his heart in that prayer. And real means be truthful, honest, open with God. Sometimes that can be rage. Sometimes that can mean arguing. Sometimes that's fighting your corner, pleading, begging to God. And some of the Psalms are just moans and cries of pain and rants. Moses, Jeremiah and Jacob, they moaned, they ranted, and they even fought with God. And even people who don't know the Lord, their last resort is praying. They come to God at the end of their tether and they pray for help. They pray asking for help. But that's their last resort. This should be our daily resort. Thirdly, keep it up. In Luke 18, Jesus said he told his disciples a story to show that they would always pray and should never give up. Sometimes this will need or mean having a certain time of the day when you do pray. You fix that time. It might mean a certain place. Now, this is not to be religious and legalistic, but sometimes discipline, denial of things, discomfort in order to make time for prayer, make time to talk to God is necessary. This is the same in any relationship, in your marriage. You need to make effort and time, self-denial, discipline, to actually make sure it develops, make sure it grows. And by doing nothing, we will survive with God. He loves us. But by talking to him, by praying, we will thrive in God. So to finish, prayer is important. Prayer is needed in our lives. God wants to hear us talk. And Jesus said pray. He gave us a simple prayer. And he was always real. He was always honest when he prayed, and he said to keep doing it. So look at our prayer life. Look at your prayer life. I'll look at mine. I'm not saying this works every time. I've been looking at this and we will all fail at it. But God does want us to try. God does want us to pray. God does want us to talk to him. So 3 steps. Keep it simple. Keep it real. Keep it up. Thank you.